Welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. My name is ChromeDrake. So last time we did the beginning dungeon. We've come back, we have a bit of stress to deal with, and I have actually had a little look into this while we were away during the break, and I'm just going to explain what I've done. Now, as it stands, Renault is definitely stressed, and I want to do something about it. Dismas is okay. Moonaville and Rord are also stressed, and I need to do something about it. Now, as it happens, we have another Crusader in the lines. So, my priority then was not to get Renault de-stressed, because of course all these things cost money, but I really wanted to work on Moonaville and Rord. However, we have a little problem. If we come to the tavern, the caretaker is occupying the slot that we wanted to take. He's drinking his cares away. Now, as I understand it, if we just take Moonaville as an example, if I just hover him over, you can see that the gambling hall costs 1,250 and the brothel costs 1,500. Now, unless I am very much mistaken, the more you pay, the better the stress relief. But at the beginning of the game, it's all about cash, and I want to put somebody in the bar. I can't. So what I've done is I've gone into the Abbey, and I have upgraded the first two levels of the Cloister, which is the top and cheapest one. So this increases stress recovery and reduces treatment cost by 15%, but as you can see, it costs some of our heirlooms to do this. And I put Rord in here. It just kind of seemed to make a lot of choice because I want to make sure that I've got a decent healer in my lineup for the next dungeon. So that's where we stand. We're still waiting to unlock the guild, the blacksmith, and the sanitarium. However, and the nomad wagon for that matter. However, let's embark on the next quest. I beg you no. Yes, indeed, we will. Oh, the task is not beyond you, Dismas. Unfortunately, Dismas has also picked up. And it wasn't Dismas. Beg your pardon, it was Boken. No. Who am I thinking of? One of these guys. I've obviously missed it. Yes, sorry, beg your pardon. Moonaville has now got the calm trait locked in. So minus 15% damage on the first round. But if I'm just using plague grenades and noxious gases, who gives a damn? I don't. So that's fine. So rewards, Talisman of Flame. And Guardian Shield. Ooh, very rare. Oh, but that's the Darkest Dungeon. I don't want to do the Darkest Dungeon. That would be folly. Right, so what are we going to do? Now, we're going to put Dismas in the back. I'm going to put Renault... Not Renault. No. Blangy in the second slot. I beg you no! Well, you are going, whether you like it or not, little level 0. I'm going to put Bohan on the front. So why am I doing this? Well, because Biakues, his point-blank shot does plus 50% damage, is very accurate, but will knock him back one space. This will push Blangy forward. Then, on the second turn, I use Duelist Advance to hit anybody in the enemy lineup and move forward one space, and then the next turn I can use point-blank shot and I can just keep going. It's a nice combo. And finally, we're going to finish up with our Arbalist and hope that this will keep us alive. So we're definitely not going to the Darkest Dungeon. We are going to do the estate map, which is a skirmish, unholy abominations turning the light against itself. Meet them in battle and learn how they fight. So short, apprentice level 1, so complete 100% of the room battles. Huh. Well, that might be quite good, actually. Rockgut Sensor. I maybe quite like that, I don't know. I really don't know enough about the pickups to know much about them. Well, let's provision ourselves and let's be underway. So we're going to take a... We're going to take a full stack of food? I think we are. Going to take a couple of shovels. We'll definitely take an anti-venom. A couple of bandages. Oh, we've already got a bandage. Probably because of the Arbalist. Because certain members of your party do give you certain items, which is interesting. Definitely going to take a couple of keys. And medicinal herbs. And finally, we're going to take... Yeah, I think we're going to take 10 torches. So I am a bit new. I don't fully know what I'm doing, guys. Remember this. I mean, I might want a bit more food, considering this is a skirmish. But we didn't use much before, did we? Maybe just take a couple more to be on the safe side. Let's embark. Oh, that's interesting. So once holy idols and shrines have been corrupted to favour pagan gods, holy water can help restore them to their rightful condition. That's fascinating.
The fiends must be driven back.
And this is awkward.
Of our noble line.
Right, so this dungeon is a bit of a split, so what I'm going to do, I think the best way to do it is to sort of go around in this sort of pattern, and then come back for these two rooms. That really is a little bit awkward in my opinion, but... and backtracking through the dungeon can also raise your stress. However, we do have another torch. That's probably a very, very good thing. And one thing I have learned is do not even burn the books. Ignore the books. It's not worth the risk unless you've got a very good way of removing stress. Alright, this room... Look, we are scouting, so what do we find? So, I mean, we're gonna come back to all of this stuff anyway. So we may as well just head on in this general direction.
Even the cold stone seems bent.
We'll use a torch. Oh, we've got another torch here. That's good. I'm definitely going to have that. Yes, thank you very much. And nothing. Dungeon so far has been quiet, but the walls whisper, and danger must surely be around the corner. What do we have? Webbers. A couple of spiders, methinks. A web. Ooh. So that... Oh, so his blight resistance has been lowered, and he's now marked, and that was a blight attack. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. I can only use items on him when it's his turn, so that's irritating. So we're going to use point-blank shots. Look at that damage. Amazing. And then we are going to just smite, I believe. Didn't quite kill the Weber. Arbalist, is there anything you can do? You can use your bowlers. Yeah, why not? We'll use the bowler. Amazing stuff. Naturally. Just the ease with which she says that. I love it. Okay, now this guy is blighted, so 1 damage per round for 2 rounds. I'm not going to worry about it. And excuse me, my voice is going. I need a drink. Ah, water. Anyway, right, where are we going?
The promise of safety.
Yes, I know it does. However, I do believe we've just been trapped. However, despite the fact that his flesh is being eaten away by acid, he dodged. Oh yes, very good. Hello to Skelly. Oh dear, we got the Bone Courtiers. Now we need to take care of these guys as soon as we possibly can. I forgot to reorder my Highwayman. Unfortunately, I did. However, if I'm lucky, 5 to 9 damage. Now, what are the skills have I got in my party that can hit the back line? The Arbalist. Ah, beautiful. And then we can use a Grape Shot Blast, which will hopefully... Now it's got a very high chance of killing, and I like the extra damage. And he dodged. Curses. Bump in the night, i.e. a cudgel to your head. A zealous accusation might well deal with these troublesome makers at the front. I love it. Now we are going to use a... I think we're going to use a sniper shot. And we're guaranteed a kill here if it hits. So that was definitely the better idea. Now then, pistol shot. We're going to have to pistol shot this fella in the back. Not quite as much damage as I wanted. Another tempting goblet. However, the stress damage is kind of being spread out. I can dig that. I like that. It's not too bad. And we're going to just do a point-blank shot because it gets rid of the corpse. And sort of drags our opponent there a little bit closer. And another sniper shot. Yeah, that should do the damage. Perfect. And some onyx. That's a nice amount of treasure. Really? We actually completed the... Wait, can I continue adventuring? Sod that, lads. That was all the combat encounters we had. That seems ridiculously short. Let's continue throughout the rest of the dungeon and see what we find. Now, can you use a key on strong boxes? I don't know. It's worth finding out for the future. Ah, damn it. So we lost the key and the item had no effect. So I don't know if we can. And it's trapped. Oh, gravy. 2 damage per round for 3 rounds. I'm going to use... You know what? He can just eat a bit of food. And that'll curb the damage a bit. Right, we'll just move... Oh, look, there's another battle here. I thought I had to complete 100% of the combat encounters. Am I wrong? Oops, the arbalist has been trapped.
Mechanical hazards. Possessed by evil intent.
The sack's contents are yours. Good stuff. Maggots and a spitter. So skills, it seems to do blight damage on a bite. That's not nice. That's not what we like to see. How much damage is this going to do? Fair bit, but do I want to just kill the spitter off and be done with it? I kind of do. Oh, look at that Dismas bringing the damage. Well done, sir. That was beautiful. And we'll just have a couple of bowlers. Again, another crit. This is going well. Yeah, a bit of stress relief. That's what I like to see, and a point-blank shot to round it off.
This expedition at least promises success.
Who could ask for more? Well, I could ask not to be killed when we go to this combat encounter very, very shortly. That would also be good. So we're going to get a bit more stressed now because we're sort of backtracking ourselves. So I'm going to try and... I don't know if keeping the torch level high, you know, helps with this, but we're going to try that regardless. Oh, a whole row of maggoty maggots. Point blank shot. Look at that damage. It's absolutely glorious. Grape shot blast. Grave nibble. Nibbled upon by a magnet. By a magnet? By a maggot. Though I didn't know it did stress damage, so that's not something that I want to repeat all that soon. And we'll just do a bowler shot there, which... There we go. Lovely stuff.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Hunger. Yeah, well, that's fine. I don't mind if everybody eats, wants to regain a bit of health. Though the two people that needed it most kind of got 1 health, which is, you know, wonderful. Right, so we're going to backtrack towards this room here, and then we're going to just explore this last pair of rooms, if our torches don't give out anyway. Of course, we've already grabbed that on the way through, as is only well and good. Still 7 torches, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, guys. In fact, if we come across a chest, I could even dip the light, open the chest, and relight the torches. Stashed heirlooms, won't complain. Scouting, so, right, we do have a combat encounter. So I'll use a torch, and if we happen to dip below 75% before we get there, not going to be too concerned about it. Ah, that's a little more interesting as combat encounters go, to say the least. And we're definitely going to want to try and deal some damage to that cultist. Unfortunately, we did minimal damage. It's not really what I wanted. 9 damage, however, to this guy here. Resist the knockback. And we've got plenty of bandages, so I don't really mind too much about the bleed. Stressful incantation, though, that's the bit I want to avoid by far. Well, it's a good thing this is the last combat encounter, that's all I can say. And now then, the arbalist. We're going to do a sniper shot on the cultist. Oh, look at that crit! Headshot, guys! 180 no scope. Okay, we don't need to stun them, so we'll just do a zealous accusation. Am I going to use the bandage? Is it really worth using the bandage? It's really not. It's really not. That did some nice damage. Don't mind the amount of damage there. So we're now going to use the duelist's... Actually, what's the accuracy base? Yep, we're just going to use the duelist's advance to knock this guy out of the running. And then a good old open vein, which takes him down. Wonderful stuff.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates
Now this
a dizzying fall.
is... I'm guessing you... Now, looking at this locked display cabinet, I'm guessing you need a key. But there could be an heirloom chest in the last... I might just come back if there's not an heirloom... Yep, that's fine. I might just come back if there's not an heirloom cabinet in here, because there isn't a combat encounter, is there? So, in fact, why am I going in? I already know what's in there. That's a bit dumb. That is a bit dumb, to say the least. So I'm just going to raise my torches, go back to this locked heirloom cabinet, and we will use our remaining key. There we go. Yes, it does work. To get the loot and the monies, and quest complete.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
Devils remanded to their abyss. I'm curious about the rot gut sensor. I am actually. So plus 8 accuracy. I mean, I can't really fault that. More chance to hit your opponents. Not bad. Not sure if we got as much money as I spent. Now, Blangy, Ruins Adventurer, minus 20% stress damage in Ruins. Nice. Dismas, the Yips, minus 5 accuracy. That's not good. We might need to sort that out. And Claville, Fear of Mankind. Humans. Oh, that's really not good in the Ruins. And Quick Draw, plus 4 speed on the first round. Interesting. So let us return back to the hamlet.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Well, if you will shoot yourself in the head and then drown yourself in worries, I mean, what do you expect? And if anybody hasn't seen the opening cutscene, that is pretty much what happens. Okay, so we got the guild open. Now, the guild...
We will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
Now, the guild is an interesting place, because if we unlock Instructor Mastery, it allows us to level up our skills, and apparently, I haven't really looked at it yet, but apparently the skill level ups are extremely worthwhile, so I will look at that soon. And likewise, the blacksmith, the weaponsmithing, and the armorsmithing is just completely and utterly 100% worthwhile. Though, it's like, I kind of do want to get stuff like this first, because anything that reduces the money costs is a good thing, right? It must be. It must be, it must be. So let's look at this then. Let's have a little look-see. In fact, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to take my time, have a look through all this lot, and I'll be with you shortly. Okay guys, welcome back. So here's what I've decided to do. I've been looking at the amount of heirlooms that we currently have. Now, unless I made a mathematical error here, we have 17 crests, we have 13 portraits, and we have 11 deeds. Now, what I'm going to do is I really want to unlock Instructor Mastery. Now, if we go over to the blacksmith, you can see that's 6 portraits, 11 shields. If we go over to the blacksmith, we can see that we've got weaponsmithing for 10 deeds and 6 shields. And I really think that rather than getting the reduced costs, unlocking these to begin with is probably something we really, really want to invest in, because these will help a huge deal. And we just happen to need 17 shields for both of these to unlock. So weaponsmithing is going to be at level 1. And if we go back to the guild, we are going to get Instructor Mastery to rank 2 as well.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero.
Now, unfortunately, I do believe that means that if I wanted to upgrade the Tavern, yeah, I need some of the crests. And I don't have any anymore. So I may have to foot that bill and just get some people who need stress relief into their stress relief roles. As you can see, Raud has returned from the cloister. Is now feeling a lot happier about things. So we'll have Renault is going to... Curses, we needed to get him into the transept. Yeah, that's annoying. That's very annoying. So in this case, we're just going to have Munaville, who's going to have a bit of peace through meditation. That's fine. And let's see who is in the stagecoach today. A bounty hunter and another Vestal. This guy I currently really don't care too much about. The bounty hunter is a class I don't know anything about. So let's see, collect bounty, plus 90% damage versus marked, and plus 15% damage versus human. And we can mark for death. Okay. See, I'm guessing that abilities like this, if another class has got a synergy or an ability to mark, I'm guessing that, you know, they will synergize together. So what have we got here? We've got uppercut. Okay. Does not back, so that's interesting. We can reorder stuff, and it's actually got a stun chance, a very, very high one. Oh, that's nasty. See, this guy's really frontline fighter. And, oh, possibly second line. Yeah, I was about to say second line fighter. Hook and slice. So bleed. Wow. 3 points for 3 rounds. Blimey. So we can have him sort of as a second-line Plague Doctor, really. And if we didn't want Uppercut, then we could actually put him on the third row. Oh, God, I like him. I like him a lot. So, Boyce Levesque. Oh, God, hello. And Roger. Roger, the female Vestal, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to take her yet. Kind of want to leave myself open. How much is this to upgrade? I need Crest to do it. And your abilities are sort of, yeah, they're good. I like the party heal, but I can get that anyway. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to take Roger for now. So guys, this has been the second part of Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, I think we've got everything up to a nice start. I think the episodes are probably going to get a little bit longer from here on out, but there's a reason I wanted to lower the time here. Now, this episode will come out a week after, obviously, a week after the first one, or perhaps slightly before. But this is your second and last opportunity if you want to get in ahead, if you want to put in your names to be a hero, to be an adventurer in this misbegotten adventure, then do so now, and I will add you to the ranks as soon as I possibly can. And of course, guys, if you get on this series later into it, feel free to put a comment down in the later videos, and I'll add your name to the list, and I'll add you as soon as I get to it. So there is that. So, until next time, my name has been ChromeDrake. Thank you very much indeed for joining me in this foray into the Darkest Dungeon. Great health, good gaming, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye for now.